Yes, they have both appeared on my videos. There was one session I remember. Okay, you can see that one before it even attacks you. Looking.
Well.
I remember there was one Xenosaga session that we did. It was Jen and Colin and Quiche, and I think
Yeah, she was there.
and my cousin was also there, like in the same place as I was. That was fun. That was way back when I was still recording in Crapovision.
It's out in the wrist.
With the webcam.
Yes, actually, what that term. So Zenav14 used that term to describe the dark visor in Metroid Prime 2, because most stuff you can't see very well through that. But I thought it was an appropriate term to describe me recording with a webcam.
Oh yeah. Everybody, I've actually been playing Metroid Prime series or replaying.
I'm full of surprises.
I forget how much I really like that game.
That's my favorite of the trilogy.
Actually, it's kind of odd because so many people don't like it all that much.
They're allowed to.
Well, I know, but I'm not saying they're allowed. I'm saying, like, it seems odd that it doesn't get as much recognition as I think it would get. It is a really good game. I think you get a lot of crap with the
A lot
I don't know if that's the biggest complaint, but I think that's one of the main things.
Got a lot of crap for what?
The ammo system.
Oh, I think
It
maybe.
was kind of annoying to deal with, but once you got to that, once the game put you in the habit of switching between them, they'd be like, oh yeah, you have this limited supply, this is how you get more. It's like, that makes sense. My biggest issue was the very strange difficulty of the bosses, because, I got stuck on half of the bosses in that game, for extended periods of time, because I just couldn't do the thing it wanted me to do.
There were at least 2 bosses that had their difficulty levels significantly lowered for the trilogy version. The Boost Guardian.
It was Spider and Boost, wasn't it?
Yeah, Boost Guardian, Spider Guardian.
Those are the two that I was stuck at forever. Because Boost's problem is you don't have a safety bubble, and there's only 4 destructible things in the environment that will actually kill you.
Yeah.
So, you go in there, you're on a zero time limit, and then the Spider Guardian issue was, you would get to the final phase of the fight, and the timer was a little strict, because you had to switch on a couple of gates to damage the guy.
Right, the timing was made a bit more lenient in the trilogy version, I think.
And in Trilogy, you could waggle the remote to jump. You didn't have to wait for a bomb to explode.
Oh.
Which was the actual problem. It was too tight for having to wait for all the explosions to happen.
Right, I guess I just got sufficiently used to it that I didn't even think of that. I played...
Let's go.
Because, I'll be in the middle of the last jump, and then the timer runs out. I'm like, no. They added, 2 more seconds, it'll be fine.
That's how I feel in Donkey Kong Country Returns often these days. Anyway, so there's a big hole in the ground where the Fayth, where Bahamut's Fayth used to be.
The thing.
Yes, the statue. Bahamut was basically the Fayth for Bahamut was that little boy in the purple outfit that Tidus would see often. So he was sort of Tidus's guide. Anyway, the Fayth is gone and there's a big hole in its place.
Yeah, problem.
Well, what's really the problem is what's under that hole. Or in that hole, or whatever. Okay, you know what? I've decided that it must be my computer monitor that's the problem, because I'm seeing, it's way too dark now when I'm looking at it, but when I was playing, I was able to see it fine. was looking at my TV. Which means that maybe I should turn the brightness up on my monitor.
That's odd.
So, when you guys play games, do you typically leave it at the default brightness that the game has initially, or do you turn it up?
I always turn mine way up because, well, it's partially due to the fact that I'm playing things like Dark Souls and Fallout and Skyrim where everything is the same color and it is black. So I have to it's become a habit of me to just turn the gamma way up in addition to playing with my brightness, my actual screen brightness all the way up.
Whereas I tend to play a lot of games that have a fair amount of bright things in them, so I usually leave it where it is.
Like, but aside from that, usually just, if I find myself having to
take
point
orders.
at something on my own computer screen to see what it is, probably turn the brightness up.
Yeah.
Anyway, more Machina attacking us.
But I'll make an exception this time. Leave it to us, love.
LeBlanc's like, oh, we have a job that lets us get out of immediate danger. I guess I'll take it. And leave the immediate danger to these fools, who apparently have a death wish. Although I can't really get to the dangerous part if I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go.
It'd be nice if you could see.
It would. What are you laughing at?
I'm looking at a news thing saying that it's getting an anime from the makers of Afro Samurai.
Who's getting an anime from them?
Bayonetta.
I don't know what that is.
It's a game.
It's a PS3 game.
The people with Wii U exclusive. It's really the Bayonetta. She's the very attractive 1,000-year-old witch who cares for weapons she has guns for heals. That's Bayonetta.
Oh.
And the game is made by it's like Devil May Cry and it's very crazy. Very, very funny game. And it's getting an anime. And we have English voice support, apparently.
Huh. Alright, here's some more of the doofuses we saw on the high bridge. Oh, by the way, that save point before we jumped into that hole, that's going to be the last save point for a long time. Which means that you have to be careful how much MP you're using, because you restore MP at save points. It also means, of course, that you have to be careful not to get killed.
Yeah, that's a long way back.
No, the hole we jumped through, that's not that far back. Yet.
Well, I mean, the further you get in, I guess, because, like, you lose all your progress, don't you? You die.
Yep.
It seems to me that artificial doing that in older games. Like, it's not quite as bad in newer games because things like auto save and stuff like that makes it not so bad, but the whole you lose all your progress if you mess up, and it's more of a that constant interaction.
I think there is a certain amount, there's a balance to be achieved, because if you let somebody save too often, then it's like you can accomplish like one little thing and move on, and then accomplish another little thing and save, I mean. But definitely making the checkpoints too far apart does create some unnecessary frustration.
Well, that also means you have to have some skill at you instead of just spamming the basic attack.
Yeah, like in Donkey Kong Country Returns, in that game, on the hard mode, you get only 1 HP and you don't get to use Diddy, but the checkpoints stay. But then in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, in their hard mode, the checkpoints are gone, and those other things also apply. Except you can choose which Kong you want to use, but you only get that one.
I was under the impression that Tropical Freeze, like, it's a continuation of difficulty two from the first one.
The continuation what?
It's a difficulty level for the challenge mode.
Like, continues the rising difficulty level, or is about the same?
Like, it picks up from the previous game, but it starts the challenge mode by getting rid of all the checkpoints and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, the levels get much harder, much more regulating the Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, I mean, at first I wondered why Donkey Kong Country Returns was made so much more difficult than the series for Super NES, and then I realized, wait a minute, they're probably figuring that a lot of the fans of the original series will buy this game, and they've, you know, they're older and more experienced now and better at video games, so if we don't make it any tougher, then they'll think it's too easy.
Which is why I like how the game tells you when you've been like the level. Like, if you're that skill, then you can go through the level. But when you go back, it's like, actually, you know, it clicks.
No, I don't find that so tough. It's more the doing the extra challenges, the time attack and mirror mode. Especially time attack.
Yeah. Time attack is still for people who play through this game.
Yeah, there are 71 stages. I've gotten 18 of the shiny medals, which are like the secret ones that they don't even tell you the time you need. Until you, and even after you've gotten it, they'll tell you that you've gotten the medal, but they won't tell you what time you need it. Fortunately, that stuff is all available on the internet. So these guys are really tough, and they will beat the crap out of you if they get the chance. So you want to have a gun mage use the Mech Destroyer ability, because that will kill one in a few hits. So if you only wanted to get through this part and didn't care about getting any extra items, then you would really only need to go to the towers with the blue lights at their base. The ones without the blue lights at their base you could ignore. But I do want that extra item, so I'm going to all of them.
Yeah, all the things.
So it's another one of these guys.
I like the design of the robot.
Yeah, they do look pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how this guy's attacks work, but it seems like one of them is sort of a gravity-based attack, because one of them will take away like half of your hit points. But like that'll only happen some of the time, and then other times they'll take away more than half. I'm not exactly sure how it works. Oh, that is one thing that I often forget about around here. There are a lot of, apparently there are several churches around here, because I hear a lot of bells throughout the day. There was one time on Sunday at 10 where like they all went nuts. Oh crap, that is bad. Yeah, since she's my main damage dealer in this fight, you kind of have to have her alive. Yeah, it would be nice if that thing could destroy those guys in one hit, but usually it takes 2 plus a few more attacks from other things. Alright, so that was one of the ones I actually needed just to go on. So I'm just going to refer to them as blue towers and red towers. The blue towers have blue lights. The red towers for now have no lights, except for the one where I already beat an enemy, and then the red lights went on. Still 260 ability points to go for that one.